Hi Year 7, it's Mrs. Reed again, and today we're on to lesson 17 where we'll be focusing again on our writing skills. I know you did some wonderful work yesterday and thank you very much for sending it over to me. As you know, I've been choosing my star of the lesson, so my star of the lesson for today is Joseph. Now Joseph has completed some lovely work over lockdown so far. But I've chosen this one because you can see that he's followed all of my instructions. He's been carefully self-marking. A lovely picture of his favourite food too. So really well done, Joseph. Good job, and you are our star for today. Before we start, as always, we need to make sure that we're ready. So make sure you're distraction free. Get rid of those phones. Make sure that you have some lined paper or your exercise book to write on. Okay, I don't want to see typed up work. I like it to be nicely, neatly written out in your best handwriting. Can you make sure then you have a pen or pencil, something comfortable to write with? And make sure you have yourself a coloured pen or pencil that you can mark your work with too. Once you're ready and you've got everything you need, we can make a start. So what does today's lesson look like? Well, just like yesterday, there are 3 activities. Number 1, we're using the past tense again. Number 2, we're going to be correcting up a passage and rewriting it so it's all correct. And task 3 is our extension task again. So if we finish task 1 and 2 and we've still got time in our 45 minutes, we are then going to go on to writing a paragraph. I hope you're ready to start. I know I am. Let's go. So just like yesterday, we are going to be practicing putting sentences into the past tense. What we're going to do is fix up the sentences so they tell what the persons did. In order to do that, we can use the words in the box at the bottom. Make sure you can see the box in blue first of all. Let's read through the words together. Number 1, built, folded, licked, looked, sat, and took. So we're going to use these to correct our sentences. Let's look at sentence 1 first. Sentence 1 says, he was taking a bath. Now, if I want to put that into the past tense and tell what the persons did, I would say, he took a bath. Say that sentence with me in the past tense. He took a bath. Right, on to sentence 2. They were looking at the sky. Which word would I need to use if I changed this to say what the person did? Well done if you said looked. So the sentence should sound like this. They looked at the sky. Can you see I need to change 2 words there? I'm going to replace the phrase were looking with the verb looked. Let's do one more altogether. Sentence 3. The dog was licking my face. What word should I use if I want to make this say what the person did? Okay, now say the sentence. Okay, so it should have sounded like this. The dog was licking my face would become the dog licked my face. Can I ask you to pause the video here and take your time working through sentences 1 to 6, making sure you fix them to say what the person did. Do that now. Okay, so if you have another coloured pen to hand, now is the time to get it ready so that we can mark our answers. Let's look. Oh, what's happened there? I've lost the answers. Let's go back. What happened to my lovely answers? Here they are. Super. So let's mark them. Number 1, he took a bath. You can give yourself a tick if you've used the correct verb. Sentence 2, they looked at the sky. Give yourself a tick if you've used the correct word. Sentence 3, the dog licked my face. Again, give yourself a tick if you've got that correct. But let's pause here. Make sure for sentences 1 to 3 you have used capital letters at the start and full stops at the end. Do that now before we mark the rest. Good job. Sentence 4, she built a fire. Sentence 5, the teacher sat on a chair. Sentence 6, she folded the paper. Okay, once you have checked that you have got your capital letters and your full stops in the right place, you can give yourself a mark out of 6. Okay, well done. So now we are going to go to writing up a whole paragraph, okay? In fact, we're going to do a bit of work on this one together. So this time we're going to be fixing up a paragraph so that it says what the person did. So we're changing it to the past tense. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is go through this, and we'll do this together to begin with. See if I can get myself a pencil. Lovely. Yep, that's fine. Red is fine. So Marcus, let's read it first. Marcus woke up late. Can you see that my first sentence already tells what the person did in the past? So I can tick this one off. I don't need to change it. He was running down the stairs. Can you see the problem here? So I have the phrase was running. I need to change that so it's written in the past tense. What word would I use? Okay. Put this into practice. It's a bit tricky. Good. So I should say he ran down the stairs. Let's look at the next sentence. He grabbed his school book. Is this word in the past tense or not? That's right, it is. So we can tick this one. We don't need to change it. Let's look to the next sentence. He is jumping on his bike. Which parts of that sentence do I need to change? Can you see? I must change is jumping. What word would I replace that with? Okay, he jumped on his bike. Let's do one more. He rode the bike as fast as he could. Do I need to change that sentence? No. He rode is already in the past tense. Let's try out the next one. He was parking the bike. What words do I need to change here? Okay, was parking. What word would I change that to? Okay, He parked the bike would be correct. Next sentence. He ran into the classroom. Do I need to change the word ran? No, I don't. So I can tick that one. That's correct. Final sentence. He is sitting in his chair. What words would I need to change to make sure that this is in the past tense and tells what a person did? Good. I need to change the words is sitting. Can anybody tell me what word I would change it to? That's right. I would change it to sat. Bit tricky to write on screen. I think I'll use a pen next time. Okay, so I would like you to rewrite this paragraph for me. Let's look at it on the whole screen now. Good. So I would like you to rewrite this paragraph. You can copy the sentences that are correct, but you must change each sentence highlighted so that it is now in the past tense and tells what the person did. Pause the video and write your paragraph now, please. Okay, good job. So we are now going to be marking your work. That means that if you have or are using a different coloured pen or pencil to do so, you need to get it ready now. And let's check how you did. So, your paragraph should look like this. It must start with a capital M for Marcus. Check that. And it must end with a full stop after late. Marcus woke up late. He ran. That's wrong, miss. Let's correct it. Don't need was there, that doesn't sound right, does it, to say he ran. So I must get rid of the word. Ooh, I don't think it's going to let me do that. There we go. He ran down the stairs. He grabbed his school book. He jumped on his bike. He rode the bike as fast as he could. He parked the bike. He ran into the classroom. He sat in his chair. You might want to pause the video at this point and just check your answers. When you're done, you can give yourself a mark out of 4 for the 4 words that we've had to change. Okay, well done. So we are now on to our final task, and I've called this again our extension task. It's our extension task because, as you know, some of us finish more quickly than others. Okay, so it depends on how much time it's taken you to do tasks 1 and 2. If you still have time left in your 45 minutes of the lesson, please have a go at the extension. The extension task includes a worksheet which is attached on Show My Homework. So you can scroll down and find it. It's a PDF. It's just like the task from yesterday. You have 4 pictures and they report on events that are happening. They report on events that have happened. That means you need to tell the main thing that each person or object did in the past tense. When you've completed the task, I would like you to go through and do your checks. So your checks are the same as yesterday. They are asking, did you start with a capital letter and end with a full stop for each sentence? Check 2, does each sentence name a person or object and tell what they did? And check 3, did you use some of the words from the vocabulary box? And if you did, you can check that you've spelt them correctly. Let's have a quick look at the task. Okay, so you can see here in my expressive writing book, this is the task. So you need to tell me what happened in picture 1 in one sentence. What happened in picture 2 in sentence 2. What happened in picture 3 in sentence 3. And finally, what happened in picture 4 for sentence 4. And those 4 sentences will make up your paragraph. You can see there are lots of useful words in the vocabulary box to help, including verbs that are already in the past tense, such as rolled, crashed, and caught. I would recommend you spend 10 to 15 minutes, no longer than that, on this task, and that should include writing your sentences and then marking them. Let's go back to the video so you can do your checks when you've finished your writing. So pause the video here and do your paragraph, and then when you're done, come back and we will just go through the checks. Okay, so check 1. In fact, you might want to do what we do in class, that's draw a small box underneath your writing and number it number 1, and then check. Do each of your 4 sentences start with a capital letter and end with a full stop? Remember, if they don't, you can go back and change them. And when they do, you can tick the box for check 1. Check 2. Does each sentence name a person or an object and tell what they did? Can you check your 4 sentences before you give yourself a tick in check 2? And finally, check 3. I want to know, did you use some of the words from the vocabulary box? It would be excellent if you did. So if you have used some of those words, give yourself a tick for check 3. Okay, well done guys, really good work once again. Please send me pictures of the work that you've done and I look forward to seeing it. Have a really, really lovely weekend. Bye!